Mark Leibovich is the chief national correspondent for the New York Times Magazine and author of This Town. It's a book that exposes the lack of polarization in our nation's capital despite the common perception. And I have to tell you, normally I don't have anybody from the New York Times on the program. But Mark did the story on me, how many years ago?
It's like 3 years ago.
3 years ago in the New York Times Magazine.
This is your affirmative action program.
And yeah, and I thought he was honest. It was one of the more accurate stories that has been written on me, and I respect people who tell the truth. Now he's gone down, and he has written the book that it is so appropriate that you were on today, because I just talked to a congressman who said, Glenn, I think we have a three-party system. It's no longer the two-party. It's the Democrats, the crazy lefty Democrats, the Clintons, McCains, you know, the John Boehners, and then the constitutionalists. Is that the way you see it?
I see it as basically there's an insider class, and it's a huge political class. And these are people who just want to hang on, and they just want a career. They're careerists. They're political careerists. And what you're seeing here is not a country that, or not a capital that's hopelessly divided. It's hopelessly interconnected. These are all people who might be yelling at each other on the House floor or on cable or something, but they're cutting deals in the green room. They're going out and giving speeches and like doing these dog and pony shows about, oh, we disagree. It's this big one big kabuki.
It's why we vote for a different party, and then it goes exactly the same way.
There is an incredible hunger for authenticity, for truthfulness, for someone who is actually talking to you like a human being.
It's what we wanted. You know, I didn't vote, obviously, for President Obama. But when people said hope and change, that's what they were hoping for. And that's what they wanted change. They wanted somebody just to shoot straight, just be normal for a second, and tell me what you really believe. And we got the opposite of that. We got the same thing that Bush was giving us, except at a faster speed.
Well, it's about being co-opted, maybe. I mean, look, I don't want to predict, or I don't know what's in the president's heart, but you go to Washington and you get this disease. No one leaves, first of all. They stay, they become institutionalized to some degree. I mean, 50% of all U.S. senators, after they're kicked out of office, now stay and become lobbyists.
So are they afraid of losing the election then? They don't really have any fear, do they?
No, they don't. I mean, either they are. I mean, look, if they lose the election, they're going to be fine. They are set for life. They are institutionalized in the political system. This book is about what that system looks like. It's about the whole carnival. It's about how the media is part of it. And look, I mean, I'm part of this system. I work for a major news organization. I choose to write about politics for a living. My wife's not crazy about this. I mean,
I mean, you're not. Yeah, I mean, you're not popular in Washington now.
Not now, but that's fine. I mean, look, it's a very comfortable city. I think part of my job as a journalist is to make things less comfortable. And
you should be.
If that's, look, that makes me
comfortable
unpopular.
At the New York Times.
I guess. I don't know. I haven't really talked to anyone about it. I mean, look, it's my employer. They're good to me. My boss hasn't said anything. So, look, I mean, I'm still on the payroll. And, the book's doing well. I mean, it's been really, it's resonated across the country.
Here's what I would like you to do, and I want to ask you as a personal favorite.
Sure.
This book, called This Town, is currently neck and neck with the Woodrow Wilson biography, which is I haven't even read it. I can tell you it's a piece of crap because nobody ever tells the truth on Woodrow Wilson. Please, for everything that is good and sacred, I don't care. Use it as a doorstop. I don't really care. Just please don't make the Woodrow Wilson thing number one. Please buy this book. Please, I'm begging you.
It's a very nice doorstop. To look at that.
I know, it's a very nice doorstop. And actually, it's one of the first stories where you actually hear the truth, because you take everybody apart.
Oh yeah, no, this is not a Democrat book or a Republican book. I mean, there's no such thing as Democrats and Republicans anymore.
So let me ask you, how can the Tea Party, which, I mean, I don't know if you even see this, but the people who we're standing up with the signs and stuff, they're genuine. They really want the same kind of reform that everybody is really looking for.
Genuine people all over this country. I mean,
so how do we connect? How do we get that to work?
This is not sustainable. The stuff, the bull crap, to use the proper terminology, that I try to lay out is not sustainable. I just think people just need to keep telling the truth. I mean, I think there's an appetite for...
But do you know how rare it is to find somebody like you that will actually tell the truth? You're going into this knowing my job is not going to be easier. I'm not going to be popular.
You know, no, I don't care. I mean, these are people inside of a class. These are people that I think it's important to write about. Now, part of the critique against me is, look, he's violated the unwritten rule that people on the inside are not supposed to speak critically about other people on the inside.
No.
And look, I just don't, no one read me the unwritten
No,
rules.
that to use the proper terminology, that's bullcrap. Please, I'm begging you. I'm begging you, not Woodrow Wilson. Please, This Town, it's available in bookstores and on Amazon.com, everywhere.
Great. Thanks, Glenn.
Thank you.
Wow, that was awesome.